Now to the developing situation in Ferguson, Missouri, where violent clashes between police and protesters continued overnight. Here's the very latest. Police arrested 31 people during the chaos overnight. Some of them were there from as far away as New York and California. At least 2 protesters were shot by others in the crowd. And officers came under heavy gunfire, though none were struck. 2 fires were set, one at a business and another at a vacant home. The highway patrolman in charge of security is asking the peaceful protesters to do all of their demonstrating before dark today. Captain Ron Johnson said that he wants to make sure they can have their voices be heard, but he refuses to allow criminals to endanger lives and devastate businesses while his officers stand by the way they did a couple of nights ago.
And today, some of those officers walked by me because they're hurt and they're ashamed that we stood there. And I'm telling you, we're going to make this neighborhood whole. We are going to make this community whole, and we're going to do it together. And I am not going to let the criminals that have come out here from across this country or live in this community define this neighborhood and define what we're going to do to make it right.
Schools in Ferguson have been canceled for the rest of the week due to the unrest.
Well, the fallout in Ferguson prompted a controversial move last night by some city leaders here in Indianapolis. Several city county councilors had signs in front of them during the meeting with the message, "Hands up, don't shoot." That slogan is a rallying cry for those demanding justice in Michael Brown's shooting death, but some disagreed with the message it sends.
I think it's baseless, in my opinion, as a police officer. It's baseless for this community. It's divisive, and it doesn't make sense to do it. That's my opinion.
In recent days, protesters across the country have displayed the "Hands up, don't shoot" message during demonstrations against police brutality.
Police in Indianapolis added firepower after the death of Jake Laird. Until 2004, only SWAT officers were issued AR-15 rifles, that is, but after Officer Laird was shot and killed and 4 other officers were injured by a man with an SKS assault rifle, IPD changed its policing methods. Since then, hundreds of officers have been issued AR-15s. At the same time, police say it's critical to engage in community policing, which involves simply having conversations with people and businesses in a certain beat,
so that we can work together and help solve some of the problems that some of these neighborhoods have, and that way we can keep the communication lines open.
Officers that are issued AR-15s initially get a week of training on the weapons, then have 8 hours of annual training.